These are the top 10 most popular earbuds headphones specifically for running that you guys voted for. All of them are tried and tested, and if you follow me on here, you know that we've tested these during half marathons and full marathons. We'll be ranking these in 5 different categories in a point system to hopefully make it easier so you know which one's going to be the best one for you, and most importantly to demonstrate that they don't really correlate to the price, meaning that the most expensive one necessarily isn't the best, and in many categories it actually might be the worst. Now the cool thing is that we have a whole range of these in different price points. We have the ridiculously cheap JLab Go Air Sports. These are actually the cheapest ones out of all of these. These are going to be the Shox Open Run. You've probably seen these at a marathon or someone running with these. They're so popular. These are the AirPods 3rd generation. This is the ones without the silicone tips. We also have the Shox Open Fit. These are the newest from Shox. They're becoming more and more popular. Sony Linkbuds. Sony really trying to come up with a new design right here. The Beats Fit Pro. These are a classic. And these are the Alludence OWS Pros. Highly requested from you guys. Of course, we had to include these. These are the AirPods Pro. This is the 2nd generation, a little bit dirty, but these are the silicone tips. They also have the volume controls. Another classic, these are the Powerbeats Pro. At this point, are they outdated? We'll find out. These right here are the most expensive ones. They're from Bose, the Quiet Comfort Ultra earbuds. Now for each of these, not only did I test them, but I also got the feedback from members of my run club.
I hate these. Get them off of me.
Every time I fix my hair and I accidentally brush against it, it skips my song or something.
It's good. Like, I don't hear outside.
Starting with the first category, controls. From 1st place to 10th place, we're gonna move pretty quick here. So the top 3 are gonna be 1st place, the Shox Open Run. We're gonna give these a 5. 2nd are gonna be the Beats Fit Pro. We're gonna give these a 4. 3rd are gonna be the Powerbeats. Let's give these also a 4. These are the 3 that only actually have hard buttons on them. The Shox Open Run taking 1st place because it has all the controls, including volume, but from everyone's opinion,
I push this button more than anything. Double tap it.
4th place are going to be these Shox Open Fit, and we're going to give these a 3. They're still a really good choice. They don't have actual buttons on them. They have a very well functioning touch control on both ears, and it works well with gloves, in the rain. My only thing with these controls are that it does require like a long hold if you want to, I believe, skip a song. 5th and 6th place are really going to be the AirPods. We'll give these both a 3. The controls work really well, especially like where they're placed on the stem. There's like no interference if you have longer hair. The Pro model though, these do have volume controls, and the 3rd generation, they do not. The AirPods Pro though, if you do run with gloves on, I can't get the volume controls to work. 7th place are going to be the Bose Quiet Comfort Ultras. These are actually, again, the most expensive pair, but we're going to give these a 2 for running. I kind of have like a love-hate relationship with these because I want to be really clear. I have a full video on it, but the touch controls work amazing for pretty much everything except for running or other similar sports. The controls, they're just so sensitive that when I had longer hair, not right now, it would always skip a song if my hair is down. But then again, if you have shorter hair, I mean, you might have better luck with these. 8th place are going to be these from Alludence OWS Pros. I had the same, almost similar issues as the Bose. So the volume controls are up here. Because my hair was longer, it would make the volume go up louder, or it would just decrease the volume, and it happened a lot. It's also oddly placed, the controls. You actually put like more weight on your ear, making it uncomfortable, but that's for the next category. 9th place are going to be the Sony Linkbuds. I really love Sony, especially their headphones. But these, because when you put them on, the surface level is really small, that with or without gloves, it makes it difficult to touch the surface area. It's a little bit unresponsive. If you have gloves, it's a terrible experience. And in last place, just when it comes to controls, are the JLab Go Air Sports. My biggest gripe with these is that not that there's a delay, because that's intentional with the Shox. These have a lag. Quick pause right here. If you're pretty much set on getting one of these, and I might have a few more questions, check the description. I have a video pretty much detailed on all of these right here. So far in this category, this is how these are going to rank, but if you're still unsure, we're going to continue in the next category. Number 1 on this list are the Shox Open Run. We're gonna give these a 5. This is probably why you see them everywhere during a race, 5K marathon, these are so popular. What makes them really comfortable is that they're springy. Springy where they're not uncomfortable because they're like too tight. They're just the right amount of pressure.
Okay, they're really easy to put on though. You just slap them on.
Second place are gonna be the Beats Fit Pro. We're also gonna give these a 5. These just stay on so well. They have a wingtip design. They have silicone tips, so keep this in mind. If you know already that you hate silicone tips in your ears, then this is not gonna be a 5 for you. Probably don't even consider this. If you do like silicone tips, I could tell you from experience, these are gonna be very secure and comfortable. The wingtip really helps a lot. It's not annoying like some other ones. Third place are gonna be these Shox Open Fit. We're gonna give these a 4. These do go around your ear. At first, I wasn't a fan of anything over my ear, but these are very light, very thin. They work extremely well with glasses or sunglasses. You're not gonna have any problems. My friend did mention a good point, I think because of the material compared to other ones.
The silicone or whatever rubber this thing is made with grips your ear way better.
Fourth place now, we're gonna give it to the Bose Quiet Comfort Ultras. Quick disclosure again, that these do have silicone tips. If you know you're not a fan of them, just skip these. They have like a very subtle wingtip. It's very hard to explain, but they feel amazing. I think the longest I've ran with these are 10 miles. No issues in regards to comfort at all. Fifth place and sixth place are gonna be the AirPods. We're gonna give these a 3. Now, really this is gonna depend if you like silicone tips or if you do not. Seventh place are the JLab Go Air Sports, and we're gonna give these a 3. They're not in last place this time. They do have an over-the-ear hook design, so they do feel secure and they are light. It's honestly surprisingly comfortable.
Like they're not the best, but they're not the worst.
And eighth place are gonna be the Sony LinkBuds. We're gonna give these a 2. It does have a wingtip, which I actually normally do like wingtips. Trying to put these on with gloves because they're so small, impossible. Ninth place are gonna be the Aladance OWS Pros. Honestly, they're just uncomfortable because of how heavy they are, and they're also not as slim. I mean, like, look at this. They're not as slim as the other ones, and because of how wide they are, they're not really that great when I'm wearing sunglasses. 10th place and last place are actually the Power Beats. We're gonna give these a 2. The design on these hooks, they make them pretty uncomfortable to put on because they are very long. If you're wearing glasses, I just don't like these. Plus, they also have silicone tips. I don't mind the silicone tips. You can switch them, but they're just uncomfortable. And really, without jumping too much into the next category, this was just the earbud that I had to take off and put on the most times when I'm running. I just don't like these. I think they're the most uncomfortable pair, especially for running long distance. So transparency mode, let's get started. First, second, and third place are gonna go to the open ear design ones. We're gonna give these a 5 because they really do a good job so that you could hear everything around you. Now, the Shox Open Runs are gonna be the only one that use bone conduction. So if you wanna know more about bone conduction, check out the description. But the Open Fit and then the Aladance Pros, we call them that, they really do a good job even though they don't have bone conduction. Keep in mind, not everybody loves bone conduction.
I'm not a fan of the feeling on my, like the front of my ears, like here.
Fourth place are gonna be the AirPods Pro. Remember, these do have the silicone tips, but Apple does such a good job with their audio, but the sound quality on transparency. Fifth place are gonna go to the Bose Quiet Comfort Ultras. We're gonna give these a 4. They really do a good job in transparency mode. They're probably like the biggest competition that AirPods have, in my opinion. In sixth place are gonna be the Sony LinkBuds. We're gonna give these a 3. Now, they market these as an open ear design. I kind of disagree just because they do have this center hole right here, but I've had these for a long period of time and I could hear everything around me really well. Seventh place are gonna be the Beats Fit Pro. Now, we'll give these a 3. I almost wanted to give them a 4, but when you have the transparency mode, like the AirPods Pro or the Bose Quiet Comfort, these just have to be graded a little bit lower because they're not as good as those. Also, please don't make the mistake of thinking that their transparency mode is bad because it is not at all.
I like these.
8th place are gonna be the AirPods 3rd generation. We're gonna score these with 2 points. They don't have transparency mode. They still do a decent job that if you have the volume at like a mid-range, you can hear pretty well of what's around you. 9th place are gonna be the JLabs Go Air Sports. I'm glad they're not in last place, but we're gonna still give these a 2. These actually do have a transparency mode. It's not very noticeable, so it kind of feels a little mechanical. Last place are gonna be the Powerbeats Pro. I'm gonna grade these with a 1. I don't think I'm being hard on them, but they don't have transparency mode. When I'm running with these, I cannot carry a conversation with anyone, and it almost feels like it has noise cancellation. Overall, if you're looking for transparency mode, these don't have it. Not a good experience. When I'm outside, I really don't like to run with noise cancellation, but if it's raining and I'm on the treadmill, then yeah, I'll have ANC turned on. On this list, first place, AirPods Pro. Second place, Bose Quiet Comfort Ultras. These really are both gonna get a 5. They do a killer job when it comes to noise cancellation. I mean, they're like scary good. Third place is gonna be the Beats Fit Pro. These, we're gonna give them a 4. They are still very good. I just can't put them in the same category as AirPods Pro or Bose Quiet Comfort Ultras. That just wouldn't be fair, but they are very good. Fourth place, surprisingly, are actually gonna be the Powerbeats. Now, they don't have noise cancellation or transparency, but they just have a sound to them that it does really well, even if you're gonna use them on a plane or in a gym. Fifth place with 3 points. Not too bad, the JLab Go Air Sports. These have listed on their spec sheet noise cancellation. It's not amazingly well, and honestly, I mean, I'm just blown away. They're $30.
I think this is the best one for the over-the-ear.
Sixth place are the AirPod 3rd generation. We're gonna give these 2 points. They don't have, again, noise cancellation. They don't have transparency. And because it doesn't have silicone tips, it doesn't really block out the noise. I would rather have any of these if I'm gonna go on a long flight. Seventh place are gonna be the Sony LinkBuds. We're gonna give these 2 points. Remember, they have what they call this open ear design. So there's really like no way for them to block audio. There's no noise cancellation. And 8th, 9th, and 10th place, we are gonna put these open ear design headphones because again, they do the complete opposite of noise cancellation. These are transparency kings, so we gotta give them a 1. In fact, I would never use any of these 3 in the gym or on the plane. Let me say this, if you use any of these on a plane, I would kind of feel like maybe the person next to you might be annoyed because there is some sound leakage to some degree on these, depending on how loud you have them. If you want to know a deeper dive, again, check on the full video on any of these, and I do microphone tests and sound leakage tests, so you could check it out for yourself. Now let's talk about the battery life. I want to show you guys the single charge versus the additional extra charge that you get with the case. Open run headphones, of course, they're not going to have a case, so they're only going to show a single charge right here. And the minimum I think that you need is 5 hours, because 5 hours gives like the average person enough time to finish a full marathon. And 5 hours can also, on a flight, it could take you cross country from California to New York, give or take. So let's just assign some points here. 5 points are gonna go to the Audence OWS Pros. These earbuds, crazy 16 hours with the case, 42 hours. Let that sink in. And 4 points are gonna be for these earbuds right here. Honestly, this is a lot of battery life. If someone who wants to run during the day and maybe still use their earbuds for the rest of the workday, these are a good option. The rest of these, we're gonna have to give them 3 points. Again, they're not bad at all. I just had to find a way to compare these and make it easier for you guys. So overall, when it comes to picking these and how they stack, keep in mind, these are the most popular earbuds. So really, you can't go wrong with any of these. And I just want to be honest with you guys. If you already own one of these, I really wouldn't recommend that you buy a different pair if you're specifically looking for a better one for running. But in summary, my budget go-to earbuds, of course, for $30, they're gonna be the JLab Go Air. I've used these for 3 weeks. You're gonna be fine, these are great. If you lift a lot and you're also maybe getting into running, these are a great pair, the Beats Fit Pro. I think this is like the best hybrid athlete. I think this is a great pair of earbuds right here, Beats Fit Pro. For long runs and on race day, I've been using the Shox Open Fit. If you want to see a video on the shocks open fit, I'll attach one that I made right over here. Again, unbiased, unsponsored. And if you want to see any of the videos on these full detailed, there's a playlist right over here. You could click on it and browse if you have any questions on these. Overall, I hope this helped you in your buying guide, buying decision. If you have any questions, let's have a chat in the comments. I'll see you guys in next week's video.